Today we're making beef stroganoff. Hi everyone! Today we're making one of my favorite dish, beef stroganoff. Here are the ingredients for our dish. We're going to need about 4 pounds of beef. I will be using chuck roast on this. You can use sirloin. 1 piece of onion diced. About 2 cups of sliced mushrooms. Half a cup of tomato puree or tomato paste. 2 pieces of garlic minced, 4 cups of beef stock, 4 cups of beef stock, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1 cup of flour, about 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, half a cup of sour cream, 1 teaspoon of thyme, and at the end, we're going to be garnishing with about 2 tablespoons of chopped chives. And here are the complete list of our ingredients. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to brown our beef. So in our hot skillet, so our skillet is set to high heat. We're going to add in some oil. And just add in the beef. Once our beef has browned in the bottom, flip it over to the other side. So we're cooking them about 2 minutes on each side. We're just trying to brown them. So once the beef is done, remove them, and we're going to be setting them aside. Set it aside. And continue doing the same thing for the rest of the meat. Okay, now we're going to saute our onion and garlic. So first we're going to add in some oil. First, you're going to add in the onions before the garlic. Once the onion is nice and soft, we're going to add in the garlic. And continue sauteing for about 30 seconds. Alright, now we're going to add in our sliced mushrooms. And a teaspoon of our thyme. I forgot to mention, when dealing with mushrooms, you don't rinse it over running water. What you do is you get a damp cloth and just wipe the outer part of the mushroom. Once the mushroom starts to become soft, we're going to be adding in our beef. At this point, make sure you season with salt and pepper. Next, we're going to add in our brown sugar. Our tomato paste. And our beef stock. Make sure to mix everything. So we're going to bring this to a boil. Then once it's boiling, we're going to reduce the heat and simmer for about 30 minutes to an hour until the beef are nice and tender. As we're simmering our beef, we're going to prep our noodles. Now this dish goes perfectly well with noodles, potatoes, or even rice. Or just eat it as is, like a soup. For this one, we're going to be using pappardelle, which is a fat, thick noodles. If you don't have this, you can use egg noodles also. So just cook this based on per-cooking instructions. Okay, our beef should be nice and tender. Stir everything around. We're going to raise our heat back to high, because now what we're going to do is we're going to thicken our sauce. Here's one trick I learned a while back. Instead of making a roux in the beginning, I like doing this. So you put a large strainer on our broth and add in your flour. And from here, you grab a whisk and just whisk this away. Continue doing this until it's nice and thick. It's gonna break down all that flour, and at the same time, it's gonna prevent those clumps from getting out into the soup or the sauce. So continue doing this until your sauce is nice and thick. You see what I mean? It's nice and thick, and it leaves those big clumps inside the strainer. It's nice and thick now. It's up to you on how thick you want it. You can continue doing this and adding more flour, but this is fine. This is perfect for me. Stir everything out. So this is pretty much done. What we're going to do now is our finishing ingredients. So we're going to be adding in our mustard. If you don't like mustard, you can disregard this part. I believe it gives it a nice tang. Now we're going to add in our sour cream. So we're only adding in half a cup. You can add in more if you prefer. So just continue stirring it until well combined. For those of you that never had a beef stroganoff before, the flavor profile is mild. Most of the stuff that you taste is just sour cream. It's actually very good. I pair this with mashed potatoes, mostly with noodles, even with rice sometimes. And in San Diego, they serve this as just a soup, a very thick soup. So there's so many ways on how to eat this. Okay, so now let's give it a taste. That is so good. It's very creamy and has that nice tang from the mustard. Again, the mustard is optional. It's up to you if you want to add mustard or not. So this dish is pretty much done. Turn off the heat. Here's our finished dish, beef stroganoff. Hope you enjoyed today's recipe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.